everyone, so today we are going to be continuing making my Book of Shadows, and the next thing I'm putting in it will be the Laws of Magic. This will probably be multiple videos to get through all of the Laws of Magic for the videos itself, because this does take multiple pages and I'm only going to do one page today. I hope you enjoy. Just a heads up, I did get this from a website that no longer exists. It sadly is no longer there, so I can't leave you a link to it. But if I do find another website with it on it, because I know it does exist elsewhere, I will leave the link in the description box below for you to go check out. Let's begin.
Boys who have one with me. We're home from the sea, yes, we're back on the shore. And if you get too drunk, boys, in this company, you'll roll round Cape Horn in the Royal Mall. He lived on the dockside near Liverpool town, and he always went down to the thief and the vagabond. Everyone knew him as Dublin O'Shea. Some say he came from Killarney. Have another drink, boys, oh have one with me. We're home from the sea, yes, we're back on the shore. And if you get too drunk, boys, in this company, you'll roll round Cape Horn in the Royal Mall. I sing of an Irishman, honest and plain, but what's in the name if you think of the man himself? He was a sailor, and he drunk with the same, and he mastered the fine art of blarney. Have another drink, boys, oh have one with me. We're home from the sea, yes, we're back on the shore. And if you get too drunk, boys, in this company, you'll roll round Cape Horn in the Royal Mall. He was a lay preacher and a God-fearing man, with a drink in his hand, what a terrible sinner. He'd drink with the devil and spit in his eye, and he told a confession on Friday. Drink, boys, oh have one with me. We're home from the sea, yes, we're back on the shore. And if you get too drunk, boys, in this company, you'll roll round Cape Horn in the Royal Mall. For Anton, for Roland, there's none can compare. If you met him, you'd swear that the man was a saint. But if you could just see him in some foreign bar, you'd swear he was the High King of Ireland. Have another drink, boys, oh have one with me. We're home from the sea, yes, we're back on the shore. And if you get too drunk, boys, in this company, you'll roll round Cape Horn in the Royal Mall.
Alright everyone, I have finished making the page. Experienced some issues when going through and doing this. For one, I forgot my colored pencils. Luckily my family has highlighters and that works just as well, but that also meant that I had to do the top differently than I was thinking. But it looks really cool putting the paint there, making all wavy cuteness. I just layered wavy lines on top of each other for that part. What I did here was I just basically did blotches all the way across the brown in paint. And over here, I thinly laid out each color of paint, slightly overlapping them whenever I put them down. I didn't really get it very thick on there. And then I did thickly put on a blue silhouette of a tree and grass, after doing the gray and white metallic paint spots for stars, because that is basically a very rainbow outer space that I was trying to create. So, what this says, the laws of magic, the law of knowledge. This is probably the most widely used law and encompasses all the others in some way. The basis of this law is that understanding brings control. The more that is known about a subject, the easier it is to exercise control over it. Knowledge is power. The law of self-knowledge. An obvious derivative of the law of knowledge, this law carries additional connotations as a witch who does not have knowledge of herself does not have knowledge and therefore control over her own magic. Know thyself. The law of cause and effect. A simple understanding. If exactly the same actions are done under exactly the same conditions, they will be associated with the exact same results. A good ritual isn't always predictable. In truth, a spell involves so many variables that controlling or even understanding them all is impossible. The key to magical success is learning which variables are the most important and how to keep them constant. Control over the variables is the icing on the cake. The law of synchronicity. Two or more events happening at the same time are likely to have in common more than the merely temporal. Very few events ever happen in isolation of other events. There is no such thing as a mere coincidence. So those are the first 4 that I am putting on this page. I did have another copy of this that I originally was gonna do, except I realized I left no room for painting and fun by just writing it all the way across. So by drawing a line in pencil here, I made it so that I didn't write past a certain point on the paper, leaving enough space for me to paint and make it look pretty, which I'm sure everyone really wants to do with their Book of Shadows because it is awesome to look at, or at least I want mine to be. And so I think it's super cool. This is my completed bit. A tip for writing: do it in pencil first and then trace over it in Sharpie and erase all of the pencil marks after you are done with them. Here it is inside of the Book of Shadows itself. Thank you for watching.